Hey, what's up, friends and family and friends, ladies and gentlemen? It is Sunday, and just really some sad news today about this volcano tsunami that gave little to no warning. Um, it's really sad. It happened the night of December 22nd, and it was a tsunami that swept across Indonesia's islands of Sumatra and Java, and it happened right around 9:30 local time, and there was literally like no indication that there was going to be a tsunami at all. None. Here we are living in the 21st century with all the technology that we have. Typically, when an earthquake strikes, we know if there's going to be a tsunami. We have buoys out there that are checking to see what the water's doing, if there are any waves, if there's anything. And yet, and for some reason, there was no warning. Casualties: 220 people confirmed dead, and 800 injured, and that number is expected to go up. Of course, hundreds of homes destroyed, just villages completely decimated, and yet nobody knows. I was reading another article today. There was this astronaut who was interviewed by the BBC, and he said that NASA and everyone else trying to send men to Mars is the stupidest thing, because of the cost. But I also think it's stupid because we haven't even mastered our own planet Earth yet, and we're trying to send people to another planet. We're looking at how we can live on another planet when we can't even figure out how to live on the planet that we have today. We can't even figure out why certain things happen. The explanation here, for this one is pretty interesting. I'm reading from National Geographic, because of course, this has to do with nature and stuff, so why not? So they said, for this week's event, the volcanic source of the waves initially generated some confusion about what was happening on shore. Earthquakes can give some notice of potential tsunamis, but the landslide didn't generate regular earthquake waves. Instead, researchers picked up a low-frequency rumble around the time of the tsunami, a hint that a landslide might have actually been to blame. Scientists have only recently started studying. Like, this is kind of crazy that we're just now realizing that this is a new field or a new area of studying. Again, we're standing here in the 21st century here. They recently started studying these low frequency signals, but they are commonly associated with volcanic activity, like the movement of magma deep underground, or the collapse of volcanic chambers, or events like glaciers calving or submarine landslides. I don't even know what a submarine landslide is. Again, this is stuff that we don't know about. The signal has been found in Myanmar as well as across Java, Sumatra, and Borneo. The UK Earthquake Bulletin founder Jamie Gurney said via Twitter. But the waves didn't stop there. They traveled as far as Arti and the Russian Urals, like the Ural Mountains, and Kambalda in Western Australia. So like there's like some really deep low frequency stuff that's happening that caused this. Modeling provides additional clues as to what happened, using the arrival times of the waves and the known topography of the region. Andres Schaefer, a postdoctoral researcher at this Institute of Technology, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, began testing where the land might have given way. The velocity of the wave is determined by water depth and wave height related to the slide itself. Like, this seems like simple physics, but still, like, the fact that this eluded us is just amazing. Schaefer's model suggests that the landslide traveled southeast or southwest with waves that took between 30 to 35 minutes to actually arrive on shore. Right now, confirmed data suggests the waves first hit at Marina Jambu near Anyer in Java. And at the center of all of it sits Anak Krakatau, and then it gets into this whole thing called the Chowder Krakatau. It's a volcano that's been pretty much, I guess, active for years. It could be that the activity this year built up material that contributed to this possible collapse event. So they're saying that there was a collapse of volcanic material. The volcanic collapse could have alternatively resulted from material that's built up over decades. The collapse in tsunami was a known hazard, apparently. Though scientists can analyze past events to model possible future ones, it's still impossible to give much warning for these landslides, landslide-driven local tsunamis. So again, this just gives a whole lot of information, but it just still just flabbergasts me that we don't know in this day and age some of the things that are causing the greatest destruction to human beings, natural phenomenon. I don't think we can even blame this on global warming. Like this is something that's been happening for decades. Probably this is a volcano, stuff that's happening deep underground. We're so worried about global warming, we don't really think about that the Earth could literally just split open. Like we just don't know. We've we haven't even explored many of the depths of the oceans. We don't know what's underneath our own feet, yet we're worried about what humans are doing. So it's not to say that global warming isn't a big deal. It's not to say that exploring other planets shouldn't be done. But are we really giving enough time and research and effort to really truly understanding what is happening here on planet Earth and what could actually destroy us in the long run? I would love to know what you have to think about this, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.